What if I told you that the symbol of freedom parked in your driveway is actually a carefully engineered trap designed to keep you financially strapped? Seriously. While so many of us worry about the cost of a daily coffee, the average American is now shackled to a new car payment of around $750 a month. And it gets crazier. Nearly 1 in 5 people financing a new car today are paying over $1,000 every single month. That's not a car payment. It's a mortgage payment for something that's guaranteed to lose money. Total auto loan debt in the U.S. has exploded to a mind-numbing $1.67 trillion. It's a crisis hiding in plain sight. The next few minutes, we're going to expose the hidden costs of the car industry and lenders don't want you to think about. I'll show you, with hard numbers, how this one purchase is silently destroying your net worth. And, most importantly, I'll give you the exact playbook to stop the bleeding and turn this whole game around. Let's be real. A car feels like a necessity, right? It's woven into our lives, getting to work. Shuttling kids around, that weekend escape, feels like autonomy. And the car industry spends billions of dollars a year to make sure you feel that way. They aren't just selling transportation. They're selling an image, an identity, a promise that this gleaming piece of metal signals to the world that you've made it. They sell you the open road, the happy family, the admiring glances from your neighbors. They never show you the financial anxiety that creeps in a few months later. They don't show the stress of a sudden $1,000 repair bill, or that gut punch feeling when you see your car's trade-in value is tanked. The game is rigged. We've been taught to see a new car as a reward, a rite of passage. But what is it really? It's a machine that is guaranteed to be worth less tomorrow than it is today. Think about that for a second. You would never buy a stock that you knew would be worth 60% less in 5 years. Yet millions of us do that exact thing every single year with our cars. It is, without a doubt, the fastest way for the average person to light tens of thousands of dollars on fire. That sticker price? That's just the cover charge. The monthly payment you agree to? That's just your ticket into a financial black hole that goes much, much deeper. The true cost of owning a car is a monster with many heads. First, and most viciously, is depreciation. A new car loses value the second you drive it off the lot. We're talking a drop of about 20% in the first year alone. After 5 years, that car will have lost around 40% to 60% of what you paid for it. For some luxury models, it's even more. That's not a small leak. It's a catastrophic hole in your financial ship, and it's completely silent. You don't get a bill for depreciation. You just feel it when you go to sell or trade in the car and realize you've lost thousands upon thousands of dollars. Second, interest. The vast majority of people finance their cars. That low monthly payment is just masking the total cost. With recent average rates for new cars around 7% and over 11% for used cars, you could be paying thousands of extra dollars just for the privilege of borrowing money on that depreciating asset. You're literally paying a fee to lose money faster. Third, insurance. You can't legally drive without it, and it's a huge recurring cost that never stops. Depending on your age, driving record, and where you live, you could be paying hundreds of dollars every single month, adding thousands to your ownership cost each year. Fourth, maintenance and repairs. Every car needs oil changes, new tires, and brake jobs. But as a car gets older, the bills get bigger. The manufacturer's warranty runs out. And suddenly you're on the hook for a new transmission or an AC compressor costs that can run into the thousands and always seem to hit at the worst possible time. It's finally fuel. It's a constant, fluctuating expense that drains cash directly from your wallet, week in and week out. So let's put it all together. Imagine you buy a modest, popular new car. The average new car price has recently been hovering around $50,000, but let's be conservative and say you get one for $40,000. You put a little money down, you finance the rest over 60 months. Over those 5 years, you'll pay the loan, plus about $6,000 in interest. Let's budget conservatively $10,000 for insurance over 5 years, another $5,000 for maintenance and repairs if you get lucky, and another $10,000 for gas. Your total cash outflow for that $40,000 car is now a staggering $71,000. And what do you have to show for it? A 5-year-old car that, thanks to depreciation, is now worth only about $16,000. You spent $71,000 to end up with a $16,000 asset. That is a net loss of $55,000. That money didn't just get spent. it vanished. Didn't build your wealth, it actively destroyed it. But that $55,000 loss is only half the story. The true devastating impact of this is something called opportunity cost. This is the secret the wealthy use to their advantage, while the rest of us are left guessing. Opportunity cost is the future wealth you gave up by tying your money to a depreciating car instead of putting it to work in something that grows an appreciating asset. Let's go back to our example. Your all-in cost for that car was roughly $1,180 a month. What if, instead of sending that money to the bank, the insurance company, and the gas station, you had invested that same $1,180 every single month into a simple S&P 500 index fund? Historically, the S&P 500 has an average annual return of around 10 to 12%. After 5 years of investing $1,180 a month at a 10% return, you wouldn't have a used car worth $16,000. You would have over $91,000 in your investment account. Let that sink in. This is the choice they don't present to you at the dealership. The choice wasn't between a new car or nothing. A real choice was between ending up with a $16,000 asset and a net worth loss of $55,000, or ending up with an investment portfolio worth over $91,000. That is a more than $100,000 swing in your net worth in just 5 years. That is why your car is the #1 wealth killer. It's not just about the money you spend. It's about the fortune you fail to build. If this is starting to make you rethink your finances, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. We break down these hidden financial traps every single week to give you the clarity you need to build real, lasting wealth. Okay, so that was a lot. But the point here isn't to make you feel bad, it's to empower you. You don't have to play their game. You can absolutely use a car as a tool for your life without letting it become a weapon against your finances. Here's the smart money playbook. First, you need to follow the 23-8 rule. This is your financial guardrail. It's simple. 20. Put down a minimum of 20% on the car. This helps you immediately build equity and avoid being upside down on your loan, which is where you owe more than the car is worth. 3. Finance the car for no more than 3 years, 36 months. Yes, the dealer will push those 72 or even 84-month loans to make the payment look smaller, but that's a trap. A shorter loan means you pay way less interest and you own the car, free and clear, so much faster. 8. Your total monthly car expenses payment, insurance, and gas combined should not be more than 8% of your gross monthly income. This keeps your car in its place, a small part of your financial life, not the main event. Second, buy used, not new. Let someone else pay for that insane first-year depreciation. A car that's 3 or 4 years old has already taken its biggest financial hit, but it still has tons of reliable life left in it. You get a nearly new car for a fraction of the price and skip the single biggest wealth-destroying event in the car's life cycle. Third, and this is the key to truly winning, drive it as long as possible. Once your car is paid off, ideally after just 3 years, every single month that follows is a month you are building wealth. The money that used to be a car payment can now be aggressively invested. The goal isn't just to be car payment free, it's to maximize your number of payment-free years. A well-maintained car can last a decade or more. Those 7+ years without a car payment, that's where you supercharge your journey to financial freedom. Now, some of you might be thinking, but isn't my house my biggest expense? And you're right, housing usually takes a bigger slice of the budget. But here's the life-altering difference. Your house is generally an appreciating asset. It can grow in value over time. Your car is a guaranteed depreciating asset. One has the potential to build your net worth, while the other is practically designed to destroy it. That is why the car is the #1 killer of your wealth-building potential. The car in your driveway is a tool. It gets you from point A to point B. It is not a measure of your worth, and it's not a symbol of your success. The moment you start treating it as anything more is the moment you fall into the trap. The marketing, the social pressure, the ridiculously easy financing needs, all designed to get you to make a multi-$1,000 emotional decision. But today, you've seen the numbers. You get the true cost. Now, the choice isn't just about what car you drive. It's about whether you arrive at your financial destination struggling or successful. The power isn't with the dealerships or the banks. It's with you. Make the smart choice. Your future self will thank you for it. Thanks for watching.